To always get the latest Game Tea, do not forget to follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook at The Game Tea Podcast, and you can find us on Twitter at Game Tea Podcast X. We post memes, gaming news, retweet friends of the pod, and of course let you know when new episodes are available for your listening pleasure. Links are all available in the description of this episode, so check them out after the show, and thank you so much for listening to the Game Tea Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Game Tea Podcast. My name is JP.
I'm Peaches.
This is Zach.
And I'm Czar.
All right, so even more exciting gaming news coming our way. We just got through another Nintendo Direct. Zach, I gotta say, when you're right, you're right. We had another February Direct, and I know, like, it happens every freaking year, but, you know, of course, Nintendo is your baby, so once again, this is the second week in a row where it's Zach's episode. So, Zach, how are we doing this today? How do you want to address the Nintendo Direct?
So let's just go over the itinerary. So Nintendo Direct hype / counter hype because JP's a Debbie Downer.
I gave it a B+. That's a good grade.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers, JP. What the fuck, bro?
I'm sorry.
Back to the Shadow Realm with you.
No.
All right, so I have organized our talking points into three categories. So you have like the small sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like the little what's the is it mild? Or is there a less than mild?
Yeah. Mild is pretty much as benign as it gets. You could, unless you go for like milk.
Let's go for milk.
If you're putting mild sauce on your burritos or tacos, it's not there to add spice. It's just there kind of to change the texture a bit or add like a different sensation to the burrito.
All right. So now that I've developed my Taco Bell lowest setting, then there's the mild sauce. All right. So, oh wait, no, we already said mild. So this will be hot sauce. All right. So we're at hot sauce for the second category, and then of course the spiciest of all would be the Diablo.
Ooh, that is some good sauce.
So we're getting Diablo style sauce up in our Game Tea podcast today.
Ooh.
It's weird. I don't see milk anywhere on your spice list.
And then Peaches can talk about milk if he wants to.
That spicy milk.
Oof.
Like 2% milk. Just
God. Yeah. It's like the last time I had salt. Yeah, man, so spicy.
Too spicy. Oh, seriously, we have a problem.
You know, small things, quick thoughts. Like, you guys don't have to say too much here. I'm just going to go through things that I categorized as And if you guys have comments, please don't feel like I'm trying to push you through it, but also please don't make comments. So on the Nintendo Direct that was released the Tuesday before this was recorded, or before we posted, whatever, they talked about No Man's Sky coming to Nintendo Switch.
I have a comment.
God damn it.
That was quick.
Okay, go ahead and talk about No Man's Sky.
All right, so No Man's Sky is it's really good now on the PC. I am really worried about this port for Switch being really, really bad. Anyways, carry it.
Why do you think it's just? Or do you think it's just too much for the Switch?
It's not even like it's super intense graphically. I think there's just like a lot of stuff in the game that, like, I don't know, it might just be a little too much for the Switch and might cause some FPS issues, but
right. No Man's Sky is to the Switch what milk is to peaches. It's just too much.
Yeah, No Man's Sky, doesn't it still lag on the Xbox 360? Or not 360, I probably would lag on the 360, but doesn't it lag on the Xbox One? Like,
I've never played it or seen it on the Xbox One, so maybe.
So that is kind of why this is in the small thing. Like, this could be a really cool port. And this guy said that, like, this, he loves to challenge his team, but this is also, I forgot his name, Peaches, you might know it, the director. But anyway, he just made a comment about how we love to do the impossible. And so this game might release in a pretty bad state. It might get patched, it might not. This game definitely has not quit when it very much could have quit. So I will give it that.
Sean Murray.
Sean Murray, yeah.
Sean Murray.
Sean Murray. That's what we all appreciate about No Man's Sky. But at the same time, like, this entire Nintendo Direct, and I noticed a lot of the things that you put in the mild sauce here, Zach, are for the most part ports, where it's like, cool, but not groundbreaking news, you know?
Yeah. And so, again, if there's any of these games that I'd love to be wrong on, it's this one, because actually there's another one coming up, but I just, they can prove me wrong. I'll be happy if they prove me wrong. That's all I gotta say. Any more comments on No Man's Sky?
Nope.
All right, so the next thing is coming from, I believe it was originally on the PS1, their Front Mission 1 and 2 remakes. It's a strategy, like, Gundam-esque game.
Which actually did look kind of interesting. Zach, you're kind of into, like, not necessarily the gameplay, but, like, the style and, like, the whole mech deal. What do you think of this?
That's why it's in the mild sauce. Come on, JP. Like, it's cool. I'm glad there's more games. I like games.
That's fair. That's fair.
JP, do you have any comments on it before I move on? 'Cause I'm not trying to unceremoniously get through it, but I'm also like,
Yeah, no, I understand. That's the whole point of these categories. No, I have nothing left for that.
All right, now here's the big electric announcement in the Chipotle mild. We're in the mild sauce still. Disney Speedstorm. Have you ever wanted to play as Elsa
Yes.
No.
and drive Mario Karts
Yes.
and
No.
dethrone Mulan? Well, this is your game. It's free to start. It's a game. I didn't spend a lot of time researching it because it seems like a cash grab. And there was a better cart announcement, spoilers, later in the direct. So, any other comments?
The other one was probably less girl boss than this one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where's Sora?
Why does every fucking franchise need a Mario Kart clone?
Because Mario Kart sold over 40 million copies.
Yeah, but it's got
Still
the
waiting on Mass Effect Racers.
Mass Effect Racers.
Ooh, Pokemon Racers. Pokemon Kart.
This is pod racing. It looks interesting for what it is. I don't care. I don't care about this at all. It's, if you want a good kart experience, why, especially with like something we're going to talk about later today in this direct, why would you not just play Mario Kart?
Because it's not free?
I just, fair. That is fair.
But it's not a cash grab.
But that is also fair.
All I can say is if Sora's not a playable character, I don't want this game.
Well, you know what? You go Google if Sora's in this game because I did zero research on this.
I don't think anybody did. Like, I think everyone's eyes just kind of
Right?
glossed over
Okay, cool.
during for this one.
Speaking of glossed over, we're moving on. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Looks just like it did when it released.
And that could be good or bad, depending on it. It still has waggle controls, so that's neat.
Now, The Force Unleashed, as far as Star Wars games go, is actually like pretty popular among Star Wars fans. Like, Peaches, did you get anything out of this?
Yeah, it looks worse than it did when it was released.
Ha!
How could that be possible?
Yeah, like for real. I feel like you're just negative with this shit.
I feel like I didn't expect this one to like be downgraded, but I saw some like side by side stills. I'm not saying that it's gonna be bad, but like comparatively, like to when it was released, like I don't know how the graphics seemingly got worse. But also, Sora is not in Disney Speedstorm.
Oh.
I didn't think he would be.
But I mean, Force Unleashed, it was a fun game. It's like, it's very, if I remember correctly, it's kind of hack and slashy, and that's why like the combat of it kind of drew me away. But a lot of people like, it has a really big cult following.
I really liked it.
It's mostly from the story, right? It's the home of the famous, "You agreed to
Yeah.
stay away," and Darth Vader just casually going, "I lied." It's good. That's good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot of other thoughts on Force Unleashed. I mean, like, if you haven't played it already, I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna wow you if you're like brand new to Star Wars games, especially after Fallen Order.
Yeah, I just don't think it'll hold to the test of time for new players who've never experienced the Force Unleashed somehow.
I mean, if you want to get into Star Wars games, like The Force Unleashed, like maybe, but Peaches is absolutely right. Jedi Fallen Order is like super accessible, super good, super fun. Why would you not start with that?
All right, so the Force Unleashed is the Wii version, so maybe it's that's why it looks different to you.
I didn't even know it was on the Wii, to be honest with you, but I mean, it makes sense.
I originally had it on the Wii. Later got it for the Xbox.
Did you really?
Yeah. The motion controls were not as polished as they told everyone they were back then.
What? No.
I didn't think they would be.
Right?
The only time the Wii's like motion controls with like a sword or anything actually kind of impressed me was with Skyward Sword, but even that wasn't like amazing. It was just good.
Yeah.
It was fine.
All right, any final thoughts before we move on from Star Wars to Assassin's Creed?
Nope. In fact, I don't have much thoughts on Assassin's Creed either.
Yeah, I mean, the Ezio trilogy is fine.
We could just take all of our previous conversation about The Force Unleashed and apply it to Assassin's Creed here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna look bad. I haven't seen how it's gonna look, but I assume it'll be fine.
Well, it's going to look about the same as the originals did. Which,
Yeah, that's about it. I get it. Everyone loves Ezio, who's into Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 2 was outstanding. The game's been out for a long time now on several different consoles. I don't care.
Amen.
I just don't care.
All right. But for like Bobbin, he might like that. He might.
I don't think, like, by the way, that he's referring to my brother. I don't think he would even care. He's a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and that's exactly the point. Is like, he's played through Assassin's Creed like several times on consoles that can more appropriately handle what the game needs in order to run well. Some people, it's like just all about the portability, which is obviously like what the Switch excels at. But there's also a lot of people who just don't really care about that.
Yeah. So in Assassin's Creed, and thanks guys, to make me do more research for these mild sauce games. Okay.
balls.
It's the included single player campaigns on all the solo DLC from the first 3 games. So Assassin's Creed. Okay, this is Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. Where the hell is the original Assassin's Creed? Is that not Ezio, JP?
No, it's not.
No, Ezio was 2.
The original was Altair.
All right, I was just doing this for my listeners, because I knew that probably.
Zach is just a really good host, and he's just helping everybody along.
Uh-huh. And this game's only $39.99, and with the usual Ubisoft sale, it'll go down to $20 or $10 within like a month. So that might be a good pickup for some peeps. Now we go into my most excited mild sauce. Maybe my second most excited mild sauce, because there's another game down here that's kind of cool. SD Gundam Battle Alliance. It's like a little Gundam RPG fighter.
This piqued my interest too, actually. I've been looking to get into mech games, right? Like, Daemon X Machina, like, that's a game I've always kind of wanted to get into that I've just never been able to pull the trigger on, but it looks like an interesting concept, and this game is just, like, expanding on the whole mech game thing, right? Like, I don't even really understand mech games. I was just like, you know what? This looks kind of cool.
Yeah. And it looks really like, it's got that like Dragon Ball FighterZ art style, like where it's like just very anime-esque looking.
Ooh.
But it's like chibi still, like the robots are chibier. I think it looks neat. It'll be good on the Switch. It's just a matter of when it releases. I predict it'll run fine on the Switch, because Dragon Ball FighterZ can run fine on the Switch. We'll wait till we get farther information on that, because I don't think there's a release date for that just yet. But this was my big takeaway, because I love G Gundam. It was like one of my big things growing up, coming home from school, watching on Toonami. It's a good time. So with that being said, Peaches, you strike me as a mech guy. This didn't tickle your fancy at all, though, did it?
No.
All right, but are you a mech guy? Am I wrong?
No, I'm a human person.
Okay.
I thought you were a fruit.
Imposter.
Sus.
Hey, JP, will you read the next one for me?
Why?
I enjoy these things.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Taiko no Tatsujin? Did I do it?
As good as I could have. Hell yeah. Rhythm Festival is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I took the easy words. You see me? You see me?
You didn't know how to pronounce it either. You just wanted me to look silly.
No.
No.
And so there'll be over 500 songs in this game, and it's going to be a game where you play music games, and Legend of Zelda's in it, and something else was in it that was kind of neat. Oh, Megalovania? Megalovania? I think I said it right.
Megalovania, a classic from the Undertale series. You know, that's the Sand song that goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, it's the whole reason I bought the Sans outfit in Smash.
Fuck yeah, it is. Zach, you might know the answer to this question better than I do. What's the rhythm crowd like in Japan? it kind of had its time here in the States, but not a lot of people care about rhythm games anymore.
I would say it's got at least enough enough of a crowd to make a game like this. So that's what. Yeah, again, no research, guys. Stop asking me good questions on a mild sauce. Come on. I have prepped for medium spice and Diablo spice. That's it.
You weren't ready for the mild.
No one was ready for the mild.
So just like Nintendo, I'm gonna throw a sizzle reel at you for no reason. Zombie Army 4. Neat. This next one though is my second favorite game that came out of this mild sauce. Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon. It's developed by Bandai Namco, and it looks like Dead Cells with a waterbrush art style. And I think it shadow dropped at the end of the direct, so I'm going to be looking more into that.
Oh, it must have, because I don't remember much about that. What I do know is I really liked Dead Cells. Is it going kind of through like that roguelike player style as well?
Hold on, I'm looking at the review. It's an action RPG, so I would say it's not.
Okay, interesting.
But it looks really, it's like Okami art style. Yeah.
Yeah.
That waterbrush paint style, yeah. All right. It's a pretty cool looking game. I really want to mess with it. It really looks like a roguelike, but it doesn't say it's a roguelike anywhere.
Then it's probably not. I mean, if they don't like alert people that they're about to buy a roguelike, because roguelike games are not for everybody.
It does say it's a roguelike now. Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Ooh, it took me a minute. Sorry, reading under pressure.
I mean, don't you guys get that angry feeling playing a roguelike, like you just lost a shit ton of progress?
Depends on the roguelike.
That's when I quit.
I am a champion of serenity. I would never get mad at any game ever.
Have you ever played Getting Over It?
No, but I have played League of Legends and I raged constantly.
Oh, my friend, my poor sweet friend.
Now Peaches has taken a peaceful life.
Okay, so guys, hang with me here, because after that game, we have 3 more games, and we get to medium spice, which is where I'm expecting some conversation, all right? But apparently, we're going to have, like, paragraphs of text here. We've got Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. I am so sorry, everyone. I tried my best. I really want to watch Demon Slayer. I've heard good things. It's on my to-do list.
To everyone that got offended to Zach's pronunciation, just know that you are a weeb.
My niece likes Demon Slayer.
Okay, and as a personal weeb myself, I'm offended by that comment. Go screw yourself, JP.
If you were that much of a weeb, you would have gotten it right.
I'm working on it, JP. There's a lot of things to weeb out on. God. After that, we have Lego Brawls, which I have no idea what that was, but it looked okay. And then 2 Point Campus.
2 Point Campus, what? Like kind of like a build your own college campus kind of game?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thinks that kind of sounds like fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, you stand alone.
You're not the only one, JP. It could be really good. I was interested in that. Remember when 2 Point Hospital got announced at like E3 or whatever?
Right.
It's the same people. That's why they have the same name. Keep going.
Yeah, so I mean, I think 2 Point Campus looks fun. It's in the same vein as 2 Point Hospital.
And who the hell doesn't want to build their own hospital? That sounds like a blast.
Isn't it just like all the things that can go wrong when you're kind of simsing it up and just making it as ridiculous as you can?
Yeah. Like I had a whole ward just for people who stubbed their toes.
Ooh, that sounds very cost effective.
It wasn't. My hospital went under.
You would be surprised.
We had to launder money. It was the whole thing. We were a front for cocaine.
Damn.
JP's Cocaine Hospital.
Ooh, that's funny.
All right, boys, game tea enthusiast, and most importantly, my wife. We are on to medium spice. All right.
I heard her. She was like, what?
These are games that are a big deal, especially if you're in that niche audience that it hits towards. All right. The first one up we have, and Nintendo's trying to push this, is Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. They actually delayed this into April 8th from last year.
So, I have several questions. First of all, did I miss the train on this game or something? Because the first time it had appeared in a Nintendo Direct, I was like, I thought this was going to be like, you know, a very niche crowd kind of game, but Nintendo is pushing this really hard, and I've heard about a lot of people that are super excited about it. So what is this game, and why do people like it so much?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So this is like Fire Emblem, but with modern armies. All right, and so like you take control of a commander, you get some tanks, you get some airplanes, you blow stuff up. They've added voice acting to it. So Advance Wars was originally on the DS, and I think Japan on the Game Boy Advance. I think Japan got one on the DS. I'm not for sure. It's like Fire Emblem before Fire Emblem blew up. It's kind of how I would put it.
Wow, okay.
Because this was asked about. Like, people have been asking for Advance Wars, but granted, it's always that niche crowd where you can never tell if it's just a few people being really loud, or there really is a big demand for it. So I will say Nintendo, like you said, is really pushing this game. So we'll find out really quick which one it was. And that's kind of what I put in my notes. I'm really interested to see how it does.
I still have zero interest in picking it up, to be honest, but like, it's an enigma. It's an enigma because it keeps coming up, and I just feel like I'm missing something.
It is a strategy RPG. It's a longer game. And they have online play and a level creator. So I think if you're in the right crowd, this is exactly what you want. And I think you're just hoping that it just goes well. Peaches, Czar, any thoughts before we move on to the next one?
No, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
It's neat. It appeals to someone out there, so great.
Did anybody actually have this on the Game Boy Advance?
I didn't.
Nope. Did anyone have Fire Emblem?
Do you see what I'm saying? This game is so weird. It's just... it's an enigma.
Did you guys have Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance?
No.
I stole yours.
Right away, no.
Yes.
And you guys are the problem. But I am too. I was too young to know. Speaking of not listening, this next game makes me so mad.
Good segue.
MLB The Show 2020 or 22. It's not 2022, but that's probably what the 22 stands for. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's 1922.
1922.
This is coming out April 5th. I'm so fucking mad. I hate I hate baseball so much. Like, I get the sport. It's cool if you like it, but it's just not for me, all right? And the reason I'm mad has something to do with actual baseball. It's because they actually like did this game right. It's going to have cross play, cross progression. They're not cutting any stupid features. Like, it's definitely not as beautiful as the PS5 and Xbox version, but it doesn't look like gross either.
Oh, I get it. You're mad because they wasted all of that on an MLB game instead of other Nintendo titles.
I'm mad because this is a Sony fucking game, and they can port it better than fucking EA and their stupid lazy ass fucking piece of shit practices where they don't try. And then they wonder why their games don't sell like really well on the like Switch. When it's like, if you would just make a half decent sports game, it might. Stop trying to like be lazy pieces of shit. And
I will.
So I just wish this was Madden.
I will say though that it is cool. I hate baseball too, but I know a little bit about it because everybody in my family loves baseball except me. That's why I think I'm adopted. Maybe the milkman's kid. Who knows? That player that they actually brought in to do the Nintendo Direct is a Japanese player who is a superstar in the MLB right now. I just want to point out that I think it is cool that they brought him in. Kind of like, it was genius because like, American people who love baseball love this guy. Japanese people love seeing representation in American sports. Like, that was a good move on Nintendo's part, but I agree with everything else you said, Zach.
Yeah, this baseball player had more airtime on this Nintendo Direct than anybody at the Game Awards.
Except Jeff Keighley, but yeah, you're right. Peaches, anything you want to add? Because you're on my fuck EA train, right?
I mean, look, like, I know we have a couple friends that really like MLB The Show.
It's a good
they're also
game.
Baseball. They're also baseball fans. But yeah, I think like what they've said, like they're baseball and they're football fans, and they said that MLB The Show is just a far superior sports game than what's it called?
Madden.
That's the one. Yeah.
Let's just think of insert EA game here.
Any EA sports game, Madden, FIFA, doesn't matter.
Yeah, precisely.
All right, so just want to end MLB The Show 22 with saying, fuck you, EA. Can you try a little bit, please? It'd be cool. All right. Next up is Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series. I tried, okay? This is coming out July 8th. It's the first and second Klonoa games remastered. Again, there was rumblings from this. Klonoa is a PlayStation, and it was on Nintendo too. It was just another one of those platformer games that like everyone had to have a platformer, so Klonoa came along, and it's got a really big cult following, and people were psyched about this. Anybody here play Klonoa?
Yep.
JP, fill me in.
Okay, so do you ever watch or hear something that like unlocks a core memory in your brain?
Yes.
When I think back about the time I spent with my PS2, which again was my first gaming console, I always remember like every weekend my parents would take me to Blockbuster Video, which is a very old-fashioned statement, to essentially let me rent a video game.
This is a bit of a dated story.
Yeah, dude, we're talking like I was little. I remember so specifically this like black cat-looking creature with a hat that held a ring and would run around and hit things. But I never knew what the game was called. I could never find it. No one ever knew what I was fucking talking about. I thought I was insane. And then during this direct, I saw their little ad for this Klonoa game, and it's like, I had one of those moments where like time freezes and a zoom in on your face happens and all these memories just start, the prophecy has been fulfilled. It all came rushing back. I'm buying this game.
All right, now JP.
That's it.
Was it good?
Yes.
Did you ever have
No.
Did you ever have a dream that you could do so do you think you could
What is happening right now?
So you think you could do anything?
All right, I know it's a meme, but restart Peaches.
Peaches, what you're doing right now is a very specific joke that I think only you and I will get. So I'm going to post the video of that kid to Twitter. Because that clearly went right over Czar and Zach's head.
Yep.
Have you ever had a dream where Yeah, I'm posting that video later. Czar, remind me to post the video.
Does.
Klonoa Fantasy Reverie. Is this a good game, JP? Should we be excited? Are we excited?
So here's the other thing about Klonoa. I only remember specifically playing the second one. It is a platformer. They're platformers. I remember it was entertaining. A cute little story, nothing to write home about, nothing that's going to win any awards. But yeah, I think if you're looking for like just easier side-scrolling adventure with some cute characters and a little bit of fun, but not super challenging, I think this is the game for you. Like, I think my girlfriend would really enjoy this game.
I hope it's in like the cheaper category, like $40. That'd be nice. If it's 60,
even 40 is a little bit too much, but it is Nintendo we're talking about. So I'm gonna say 40 is probably what we're looking at.
All right. Well, let's hop on out of Klonoa and jump on in to a Portal companion collection.
Yeah, Czar, every time I hear Portal, I think of you.
Yeah.
Do you remember why?
Because of watching you and your other buddy fail endlessly trying to get a ball over a pool of water.
Well, that's part of it. Do you remember that day in college where, like, I brought my Xbox over to your dorm because your roommates were gone, and we literally, for, like, 14 hours just... I think you were playing, like, that Lord of the Rings game, like Shadow of Mordor, and I was playing Portal. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just ate pizza, and there was no sunlight. There was no... I don't even think we talked to each other that much.
Oh, yeah, it was such a great day just zoning out and gaming.
It was...
I know I say it was such a great day right after you say we didn't even talk much, but...
That tells you all you need to know.
Because we didn't even really know each other much at that point, and we just zoned out all day gaming. It was great.
That's the joy of gaming, yeah.
Bringing people together.
Every time I think of Portal, I think of you. So and also because you're the one who told me how great the game was and how you were so surprised I never tried it.
Really? I was the one who introduced you to Portal?
Yeah.
I really feel like while we were in high school, I told you about Portal, but you didn't care at the time.
Peaches, you gotta understand, you say a lot of things.
Sometimes.
I'm excited for the portable version.
Hey, portable. The cake is a lie.
Hey.
Here's the thing, I know I usually roast Nintendo ports where the game has been out forever, so why are they doing this now? Portal is a game that I genuinely believe everybody should try playing at least once. It's that good. So I'm going to make an exception for this one.
Portal should be GTA, where it's ported every single time there's a new console.
But Portal, like, has this place in gaming history, right? Where, again, I think everybody needs to play Portal because it's so good and influential. And it's called the Companion Collection for the little Companion Cube. How great is that?
Okay, that's a bit troublesome. I was wondering if I had to incinerate the game as well.
No! Not my Companion Cube! Oh, me oh my. Anyway, I'm sorry I took the wheel there, Zach. What's next?
I forgive you. Next up is Live Alive. Or Live Alive? It's been memed.
I think it's Live Alive.
There's no wrong way of doing it, but I'll tell you what. This looks really good. It's kind of just like that Bravely Default 2 or the Octopath Traveler art style, which, I mean, looks gorgeous. The thing is, it looks like you're like playing as 8 heroes. I think it literally is 8, just like Octopath.
Just like Octopath, yeah.
And they're all in different time periods. So you'll play like a ninja, you'll play as like a futuristic robot. And it just reminds me of Chrono Trigger times Octopath Traveler. It's a niche game that was released in Japan on the PS1. I'm really fucking excited to see where this ends up going and what it ends up doing because it looks really, really cool.
I really enjoy how you made several references to the Game Tease GOAT, Octopath Traveler.
Bah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Woo! Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway.
No woo from Peaches? Okay, moving on.
he hasn't said a word.
Did you guys like this as much as I did? Like, I thought it was really cool looking. Like, I mean, like, I don't think it's gonna be like Mario Odyssey or something, but like, I just think it's really neat.
It does look cool. It really does. It looks cool. Sometimes I get really jealous that Japan gets the attention for games like this, but I also remember that their market for items like this are just simply better. So, as excited as everyone was for Live Alive, I am very happy that we get to experience this when so many of our other friends in Japan actually got to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. That being said, I probably won't pick it up.
And I hate it.
I was more interested in the next title that you kind of had coming up.
All right. Okay. All right. Anything you guys want to say before we go on to the next one then?
I'm good.
No.
No. Peaches, I sense some disdain in your voice. What's wrong?
Yes, Peaches, inform us of the problems that you were having.
So I've been building this deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, right?
What does that have to do with Octopath Traveler?
Specifically nothing. Specifically and very intentionally nothing.
All right, so next up, we have the show opener and kind of the biggest WTF, because I don't think anyone saw this coming, especially not me. And that is Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, which is coming out on June 24th, 2022. Which looks like some sort of continuation of the Three Houses, or some sort of thing that takes place in the universe of Three Houses. It's not exactly clear yet. But people that like Fire Emblem seem pretty fucking excited for this. So, yo!
That is true. People who like Fire Emblem are probably excited. But what about the people who actually like Dynasty Warriors style gameplay?
All 5 of them are excited. There's actually probably way more than 5, but still.
There are dozens of us! Dozens!
I've noticed that Dynasty Warriors games do the best when it's attached to a beloved franchise, right? Like before the Fire Emblem Warriors game, the last most popular was Hyrule Warriors, especially the one, oh god, what was it?
Age of Calamity?
Second, not the first time. Age of Calamity, thank you. The one that was based off of Breath of the Wild. Here's what was weird about that. Technically, that game, spoiler alert, I guess, it takes place on a different timeline than what happens in Breath of the Wild. So, I mean, it tried to do something different, which I appreciate, but the gameplay got so stale, and the only reason I finished it was for Zelda. I am anticipating a similar feeling for those who play Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. You know, like they come for the Fire Emblem, and they stay for the story, but just getting through the game's a drag. Like Dynasty Warrior games, they're just so monotonous in my opinion. What do you think?
You is very general. Which you are you getting to?
Is there anybody like, do you guys, have you ever even really tried a Dynasty Warrior games? Zar, you played a Dynasty Warrior style game, didn't you? Like something?
Yeah, I've played one or two in my lifetime, but they do get a little bit tedious. And it just seems like there's very little reward for all of the endless grinding.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors games are just like hack and slash, right? Where it's like, with the combat that I describe as like slapping a meat puppet.
Yes. Well, no, thousands of meat puppets, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, when I think of an OG hack and slash, I think of, like, the first 3 God of Wars, where it's like, you're going through, like, waves of enemies, but, like, there's some enemies you get through and then, like, one strong enemy. Like, whereas, like, the difference is Dynasty Warriors style games, like, throw thousands upon thousands of enemies at you, all with, like, they're all weaklings, right? Like, so rather than, like, the strength being in the character, it's, like, in their numbers. So you're defeating, like, literally thousands of people. And I mean, hack and slash games kind of have a similar issue where, like, that Zar just brought up, where, like, the gameplay doesn't always feel super rewarding. But that problem is way worse, in my opinion, with Dynasty Warrior style games than they are with hack and slash games, but that's just my opinion. The whole point I'm trying to make is simply, like, if you're coming to this game as, like, an oh boy Fire Emblem story, like, I totally get it, but be prepared for what is, in my opinion, very monotonous gameplay.
Agreed.
And so, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that, too. I think, just like you said, though, like, with Age of Calamity, like, the story could really hook some people in. And they do focus more on strategy with this than, like, normal Dynasty Warriors, so maybe there'll be some sort of neat combat that keeps people hooked. They definitely have oodles of content, that's for sure. So,
yeah.
All
right, Zachary, what's next?
Next up would be Triangle Strategy, which is another game I feel like Nintendo's really pushing along with Advanced Wars.
So I see here, Zach, that you wrote 1 through 3 chapters included. So is this game supposed to be, like, via chapters? And if so, how many are you getting in the demo?
No. So in the demo, you just get to play chapters 1 through 3. So, like, before you even buy it, you can play the first 3 chapters of the game and carry over your save if you do decide to purchase the game.
That's nice.
That is nice.
Now, Zach, I see here you also put garbage game for garbage people. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I thought...
Hey!
I did not put that. That was you. You're mean. I don't like that stuff. But hey, you live your life, boo.
No, I see it right here. You made the script, and I see it right here. You even bolded it, which was very nice.
Why are you such a hater?
I'm not.
I just don't know why you would do this to me. Why did the Octopath Traveler hate start? I don't even remember where this all started.
It beat Witcher or something stupid.
Mass Effect. JP was either going to play Mass Effect 2 or Octopath.
That's right. It was like Blind Date or something, and I had to play Octopath Traveler instead of Mass Effect.
I still think you should have played Cat Lady, but that's okay.
Oh shit, I forgot about Cat Lady.
Right? Everybody did. Bring back the Cat Lady.
All right, Zach, I see you got 2 more things here in medium sauce. So what do we got?
All right, and so play the Triangle Strategy demo. See if you like it. Okay, strategy RPGs aren't for everybody, but they are for a select crowd and they're pretty fun. You get a lot of value out of the game. Okay, so next up is Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course DLC, which was this already like on an Xbox thing, or is this isn't the first time we're hearing about this, right?
DLC had come to Cuphead before. I don't know if it was this specific DLC, because the Delicious Last Course, like, its emphasis is like more boss battles, and you get to play as, I don't remember what her fucking name is, but the female cup.
Miss Chalice.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So there's definitely been DLC in the past with other consoles where she was a playable character. I think this is its debut on the Switch, is what makes it special.
So like Cuphead's already been on it, but like, is the DLC already out?
But the DLC. Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Huh. All right. And then, so any follow-ups with the Cuphead? I mean, I know JP's played it and beat it. He's told us our thoughts on that. It's a good game. Anything else?
Oh my god, that fucking game.
Balls.
Oh my god. I do pretty good with rage games because I've got a pretty level head. Cuphead made me freak out twice, and that's very rare. So that should tell you all you need to know if you decide you want to get into Cuphead, let alone the Delicious Last Course. So
maybe play as Chalice.
Yeah, heed my warning. If you do decide to get in this game, it's amazing. It's a lot of fun. The art style is one of the best art styles I've ever seen in a video game. It's gonna make you want to break your Switch. Moving on.
All right, and then we have Metroid Dread. It's getting updated. If you guys haven't played Metroid Dread yet, please just go buy the game, guys. Metroid, so good.
Guys, please.
You don't even have to play it, just buy it.
I need another one. Please get it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys get it. Do it for me. Don't do it for yourself. Do it for me. It's all about me sometimes.
Do it for Zach.
I'll buy a copy and I'll send it to you.
And so, it's getting an April update with the boss rush mode. And then on the day of the direct, they updated to 2.0, and which I'm sure had a few bug fixes, but mainly they dropped an update with rookie mode. So if you're having a hard time beating it, there's a rookie mode. So you can just kind of go through the story. And then there's dread mode, which if you get hit once, you die. So don't play that way. You're going to be sad because the game's already difficult enough.
Have you beat it yet, Zach?
Oh, yeah. Love the game. 10 out of 10.
Have you beat it on Dread,
Masterpiece.
though?
I'm not. No. Nope. I like to enjoy my games.
I like boss rush mode. I think that's a cool addition. Rookie mode. I can take or leave that. Dread mode. What kind of fucking sadist would even contemplate doing that?
Well, I was hoping Zach would.
Zach's sanity's already hanging on by a string. We can't do that to him.
Thank you. At least someone cares about my mental health. Sorry.
Oh.
I
think that's it for Medium Saw. Zach, what's left?
Just the other half of the direct. Why are you laughing, JP?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yes, for the Diablo? Yes, this is why I'm here.
For the Diablo, I expect flames and stuff singeing.
Time to burn.
Look, all right. Hey, look, all right. We're getting into the Diablo sauce, boys. So
Get your milk ready. All right, so we can start off with what I thought was kind of the most un-Diablo thing, but that's only because of what I think they're hinting at, and that's Splatoon 3. So I'm going a little better on the script, guys. Stay with me here, though. All right, Splatoon 3 is still coming for 2022, and I think the reason that they only showed like one part of it is because they're hyping up a future direct. Because with Splatoon 2, they did do their own directs for that one. So I think there'll be more information coming soon.
Well, Splatoon does really well in Japan. We always have to remember that because
in America,
it does do well in America too, but not nearly as well.
Well, there's tournaments and championships all around.
I guess you're right. Maybe I'm just projecting, but I don't care about Splatoon.
yeah, me neither.
and tell me what Splatoon did to you.
Nothing. I think it's a fine game.
I look at it, it doesn't interest me.
I missed the boat, and then I turned back around, and there were 2 more games, so I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, how am I supposed to get into the story of Splatoon? I mean, there's probably a lot of deep lore that I missed in the first 2 games.
Now listen, I know you guys are shitting on me, but actually, no.
Actually. The funny thing is I even own Splatoon 2. I'm looking at it. I have like 4 minutes of playtime. It was a $60 game. I'm bad with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Zach, I'm totally there with you. Splatoon. Like, yeah, technically we have to put it in Diablo sauce because a lot of people love this game. But
I love this game.
Do any of us?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes, I got like 100 plus hours in the game. It's a really good time. I think it gets a bad rap because it looks like a Nintendo game. It looks like a kiddie game, but it's like actually a really competent shooter.
It does look like a Nintendo game. That is true.
Yeah. But I really honestly think if you guys, if you can get into a shooter game, you can get into this game. That's all I'm trying to say here. Yeah.
I do like the comment you made. Bet there's a solo direct on this and why they're being fishy.
Thank you.
It's that smelly smell that smells smelly. Anchovies.
And so, yeah, Splatoon 3, they have new bosses, Salmon Run's returning. There's a fish that they better call Big Chungus. They probably won't, but they should.
Good stuff.
This next one is straight fire, and that is Mario Strikers Battle League.
All right, let's get into the real shit now. Go ahead, Zach.
The arcade soccer game that people have been clamoring for is here.
I feel like I brought this up on the podcast a long time ago, like about how Mario Strikers is like one of the best like soccer games I've ever played.
You and every person in my fraternity. Peaches, since you are, I haven't played this game. I'll be honest. I've
What?
Okay, no, I played the game because people made me.
Excuse me?
But I didn't get it at first. All right, I didn't get it.
Excuse the fuck out of me. You are the Nintendo guy. You haven't played the best soccer game, arguably the best Mario game there is?
Okay, you're yelling at me.
I don't know who would argue that, but go on. I like the passion.
Me. Yeah, me right here. I'm arguing that.
Okay, but Peaches, before you continue, I'm trying to learn. I'm here to listen. I'm here to grow. So tell me, teach me.
No growth, no learning, like past mistakes follow you forever.
Can I mute this guy?
Yeah, you totally can. I'm here to learn. Can I do that? No. That was fucking gold. That was a great interaction. That was awesome.
I deny that.
Peaches,
Yes.
thank you. All right. So will you please tell me why Mario Strikers is something that everyone should be hyped about?
All right. So Mario Strikers takes the formula of a soccer sports game, and it adds like arcadey elements to it. Like if you've ever played like NBA Street or NFL, I think it was like NFL Street also, like way back in like the early 2000s. Like it has arcadey elements like that to keep the game interesting, and like all of these characters have their own little soccer superpower. And
Overwatch
like
soccer.
it's got really like I only ever did like couch co-op on this game. I don't know if I ever played online, but it's fun to like just like sit down and play some soccer with, you know, whoever you got with you. You can play with them or against them, which I think is nice. And like it still is fun playing against computers. Like it's a decent enough challenge, at least when I was, you know, younger. It's an actually fun sports game.
Yeah, and I think just to add on to that, like Smash Bros had the 8-player Smash that was in the Wii U, and they brought it over for the Switch. But I don't think any other game, except what was the arcade game that got ported from like the bars, Killer Queen Black. I think that has 8-player mode too. But other than that, like not a lot of games use 8-player mode. And so the fact that you can get a whole squad together and just beat the shit out of each other on an arcade soccer game, I'm just imagining some pretty good, fun hangout sessions with this game.
Well, and in the same vein as like getting a bunch of friends together and like forming a little team, you can take this worldwide and be the best team on a stat board. And how cool is that?
That's cool.
On top of that, you get to customize your characters, like RPG and like shit like that. Like, oh, hell yeah.
The last Mario Strikers game was like 2000. I'm looking at it right now. I think it was 2007. Yeah, 2007 was the last Mario Strikers game. It was Mario Strikers Charged. I have been waiting. Is this 15 years now for the next Mario Strikers? Did I do my math right?
I mean, a little under 15 years, but yes.
I think I've uniformly heard like the most hype over Mario Strikers. Like, I think it's got like the most coverage of people who are excited about it, mixed in with like the biggest holy shit, I did not see that coming.
Absolutely.
I think that's why it's been so like hype for people. And I like, that's not even to say that most Mario sports games aren't like competently made. Like I had a great time with Mario Golf Super Rush, but like Peaches is right. People have been waiting for the next Mario Strikers for some time now. And the Switch has been extremely good about sequels to beloved titles. So I'm excited. I'm probably going to pick this up. Like, I had no interest in Mario Tennis. I did pick up Super Rush. I'm probably going to get Mario Strikers Battle League. I think it's going to be awesome.
So you guys want to form a league?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You want to form a league?
Hell yeah.
What's your goal to block ratio?
I'd say about a 5-5.
Shit, 5-5? Oh, fuck, dude. All right.
It's JP's classic 1 overall ratio. He's not hurting, but he's not contributing much either.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
The perfect KDR is 1.
Yeah.
No more, No less.
I'm like -8, so I need someone to carry me is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and so online, I just love like the comic book art style. Like when you do your special shots or whatever, they like showed how like it swaps and it's like a comic fucking book. It looks so cool. And so yeah, there's a lot of hype here. This comes out June 10th, 2022. Give us your tryout footage and we might add you on the Game T podcast league. All right.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, Game T tryouts.
Any farther comments before we move on?
We should get Rainbow Road in on that too. Like if we got an 8-person league we're working on, like Game T, Rainbow Road, maybe ask the boys from offshore. I'm just saying.
Could have some
Be a lot of fun.
good banter.
Good banter, boys. Good banter. Zach, what's next?
So, maybe it was a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, there was a lot of Chrono Cross hype, and everyone thought it was like coming to PlayStation. Everyone thought like, okay, they're like doing, it was Chrono Cross and Genshin Impact, maybe? Do you guys know? It was like a random ass game where like there was like a skin. And everyone's like, that's out of left field. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
That happens all the time, but go on.
All right, well, so anyway, Nintendo just says Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition, is being launched on, fuck. I had it written down and I didn't keep it. 1 second.
Fact check.
Stay tuned for technical difficulties.
Zach dropped the ball. What's new? All right, so the next game is being dropped on April 7th, 2022, and that's Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition. And basically, it's a game.
So what is this?
It's the sequel, spiritual successor is probably more accurate to Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
And it's remastered. And so some of the things that are in the remasters, 3D models have been converted to HD. They redefine the character illustrations, higher quality background music, and then just like some quality of life features like switch enemy encounters on or off,
Right.
battle enhancement, background filters, auto battle, and then you can even switch between the imitation pixel and the HD font and the change of screen resolution. What's really neat is there was I think it's a Satellaview thing that like predated Chrono Cross or was alongside it. It's called the Radical Dreamers, and that's why it's got its name. And that's being included in this package, which is like never before released outside of Japan. And so that would be a neat little addition on top of already being a really good game. Chrono Cross got a really bad rap when it released because like Chrono Trigger is one of, if not the best, like JRPG of all time. And so, you know, having to follow that up, the expectations were sky high. But it's a really long, really fun, engaging game for people who didn't want it to be Chrono Trigger 2.0. So yeah, I thought this was, I mean, like this very much could have been in the medium spice, the hot sauce section instead of the Diablo.
Right.
But I think just how it came out and how it's only going to be $19.99, like this is exactly how I want my remakes games to be priced. And yeah, nice accessibility to it. Anything you guys want to add? Any of you guys play Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross?
Nope.
Peaches.
Oh, hell no, dude.
You're a monster. All right.
This game is so foreign to me.
Speaking of foreign games, let's go into Earthbound. Earthbound came to Switch.
No. We are talking Kirby.
Jeez, JP.
I mean, either one was a great segue, not gonna lie.
Jeez, JP. You really got a mouthful there. All right, go ahead, JP. You know what? I've talked enough. You tell me about Kirby, you piece of shit.
Okay. When this little motherfucking pink ball that we know as Kirby sucked a car into his mouth, I cheered just as much as I did the first time I saw the new Spider-Man movie. I was so excited.
Oh my god.
So we've been getting news about Kirby and the Forgotten Land for months now, right? As they try and hype us up as this game will be released on March 20th.
Didn't they like Twitter drop it in January or something? Like,
yeah, basically.
They're like, oh yeah, and Kirby. And now we're getting a little bit.
And everyone's like, wait, what? So this new little trailer that we got in the Direct didn't introduce a whole lot of like other new things besides something called Mouthful mode, which essentially means that Kirby is not only going to be able to suck, Anyway, like the gameplay showed like Kirby sucking up a car and driving around, like sucking up a vending machine and then just shooting cans of soda at unsuspecting fox things, sucking up a light bulb to like light the way. Like, just when I thought I could not like this game anymore, they put a lot more emphasis on the suck.
Isn't that just like Mario Odyssey, but instead of it's just inanimate objects instead?
You know, I love that because isn't just the Kirby suck ability just like the Mario hat? And it's just a good gameplay mechanic, and we should just take it for what it is?
Well, we have been calling it Kirby's Odyssey.
It's a fair observation. It really is. But nonetheless, I'm very excited about this.
Okay, so JP, that wasn't very descriptive, so I'm gonna keep going.
Go for it.
There is Mouthful mode, which is where like he took control of, oh my god, what are those things that the people get onto to clean like windows on big skyscrapers?
Scaffolds?
Scaffolding?
Is that really just a scaffold? Okay, all right, yeah, a scaffold. Scaffold. Okay, I thought it was funny. Thanks. Sorry, guys. I'll stop talking. Anyway, and then there was the car, and they alluded to hopefully more. It's not just like a little gimmick, but we'll see. And then the thing I thought that really like shot out to me was the evolving copy abilities. Like, I don't know if it was the fire ability specifically, but you could basically like turn into a dragon somehow as Kirby. So I'm excited to see how that plays out.
That is cool.
Huh.
And let's see. We didn't really talk about, so if you're wanting to play with a friend, because I guess Kirby's all about the friendships, you know, you can do that through your friend could pick up your Joy-Con and play his Bandana Waddle Dee, and he has a little spear and he's all like, pa-cha, pa-cha, pa-cha.
Spear life.
And then they have a few online components like leaderboards. There'll be, which I imagine ties into the mini games, which you unlock the mini games through saving Waddle Dees for Waddle Dee Town. Let's see, am I missing stuff? And then shops, so you can buy stuff. I don't know how you buy stuff, but you can buy stuff.
Yeah, what's the fucking currency in Kirby games?
Waddle Dees, I guess.
What?
Yeah, just put like 6 Waddle Dees on the counter. I'll take everything.
One of everything.
Poyo?
That's funny. I mean, it's kind of like what I said. They didn't introduce a lot of new things within this trailer that we didn't already see, but it did get me a lot more excited.
So yeah, Peaches, man, besides hating on Kirby, anything else you want to add to it?
When did I hate on Kirby?
You didn't really hate on it. You're right. Listen, dude, I just like talking to you, okay? It's just nice. Will you tell me more stuff about you?
I just want your attention.
So this deck that I've been working on in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
We'll get there. Are you talking about the deck that I just wiped before we started doing this?
Ooh.
No, it's a different one. It's one that's not done yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I've seen that deck, and I'm not terribly impressed yet.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit, man. JP, he's got a fan.
3 turns. It was gone in 3 turns.
I brick-handed. I don't know what to tell you.
I pretend.
It'd be like that sometimes.
You don't think it do what it do?
Now, Zach, I don't know about you, I was extremely excited about this next announcement, but I think Czar's the only one who's started playing this game so far.
I was gonna say, have any of you started it?
I chose mint flavor.
Nope.
What flavor did you choose?
I originally did peanut butter, but then I kind of screwed myself over in like dying over and over, so I started over with mint.
So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
If anybody ends up playing Earthbound, they will know exactly what Zach and I are talking about with the mint flavor and the peanut butter flavor.
See, when you ask about like, have you guys started yet, implies that at some point I'm going to start, which just isn't true.
Sadness.
I got a lot on my plate right.
But this is one of the best. Can we talk about what game we're talking about?
God damn it. Oh. I think that's what Chippy was getting at. We didn't actually say Earthbound yet.
Yeah, you gotta actually say the game you're talking about.
Do we, though?
Oh.
Is that a rule?
Yes?
Maybe?
I don't know. I'm just trying to vibe, guys.
He's like, Zach's like, no, I'm asking.
Like, damn.
Oh, God. How didn't we say the title of the game?
Earthbound.
Oh, my God.
Especially since this was the biggest shadow drop, in my opinion, of the entire direct, and I was super excited for this. I think a lot of people were super excited for this. Yeah, Earthbound came to the Nintendo Switch online catalog, which I think is fucking outstanding. Obviously, you two agreed with me.
Yeah, this was like when I got hyped during the Direct. I've always wanted to play Earthbound, and so far, just maybe like couple hours of playing the game, it is a phenomenal RPG. And like, I can't believe this was on the Super Nintendo. It's so good.
I can't wait to play it.
Give it a try if you like RPGs.
Especially since I'm done with Banjo-Kazooie. I've decided I got what I needed to get.
Did you beat it?
No.
It's a 6-hour game.
I'll return eventually. I haven't even beaten Pokemon Arceus yet.
Well,
Like, y'all beat that a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing my best.
to be fair, I still haven't started Arceus.
Your wife's probably been done though, right?
She's getting close, I think.
The point is, like, I gotta get through the catalog I have now to get to Earthbound because I think that is so unbelievably fucking cool.
You're supposed to get through your games?
Not if you have an outrageous backlog. Like, in fact, that's why I'm so surprised, Zach, that you got to Earthbound.
No, I updated my Switch Online, and then I went play, and then I was like, ooh, flavors. And then it asked me to read stuff, and I was like, save state, be back later.
It's been 87 years. He's coming back. He picked, what flavor did you pick?
Mint.
Mint?
Yeah.
He picked mint. He'll be back. He picked the flavor.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that scene from Futurama where the dog is just sitting there waiting for Fry to get back.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, dude.
Shut up. That episode ruined me.
No, don't bring that dog into this podcast.
You talk about core memories right now. Oh my god.
He's just sitting there waiting.
Oh my god.
He knows he'll get back eventually.
Stop it.
I hate you so much.
Stop it right now.
Oh. I don't know if it was just like the tense, but like, and just how it just switched and like to how real that episode got. I was like,
Oh my
just
God.
tears down. I wasn't crying. It just tears. Like, okay, no, I was crying. But like, it wasn't like a,
I was like, that's what crying is, Zach.
but like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't sobbing. It was just like, I just had pure sadness coming down my cheeks. Like, it was just like, wow, that hit me.
Fucking Seymour.
I will never listen to Walking on Sunshine the same ever again.
Oh my god, you're mean, Peaches.
Hey, Peaches, fuck you for bringing that up. Anyway, let's talk about...
Speaking of making your friends cry, Nintendo Switch Sports is coming on April 29th for $39.99. There's a free playtest coming. If you listen to the podcast, it'll come pretty much that Friday after. And you'll get to play sports like soccer, volleyball, bowling, tennis, badminton, shambra, which is swordplay. And then in a future update, you'll get to play soccer shootout. And then a future update, which they said this fall, there'll be the golf update. You get to play all these things online. What?
Golf is coming?
Golf is coming. Like when?
Oh, okay. I'm a little more hyped now.
Yeah, because Czar still plays Wii Sports Golf with his buddy like once every couple of months.
Goddamn right we do. It's a golf retreat and it's the greatest weekend ever.
Can I have 20 seconds to fucking rant?
Yeah.
Because this was
Yes.
my biggest disappointment of the entire Nintendo Direct. So I'm gonna put on a timer real quick, and all I want is literally 20 fucking seconds. Are you ready? Why the fuck would they put a Mii system within the Nintendo Switch if they're not gonna use it for Wii Sports? Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. What a waste of potential. Oh my god. Wii Sports, one of the greatest games that's ever came out, and they ruined it. The characters are so fucking ugly. Why would you implement a Mii system if you're not gonna use it? Done. Yep, thank you.
Oh my god, that was so accurate.
Why? But it's so true, right? Like, I was so unbelievably excited when I saw this. And then they showcase the ugly ass characters that they're going to be using in the game. And it's just, why would you allow us to make Miis on the Nintendo Switch if you're not going to let us use them for something like this? That is stupid. It does not make sense, and I hate it.
Well, and it's really funny that you bring that up because kind of the whole point. I mean, one of the side points of Wii Sports originally was to showcase the Miis and like how they could interact with each other and do things.
Right.
So why did they abandon that?
Why even make it a function in the Switch to be able to make them if you can't use them?
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, according to GamePer by Toby Saunders, are Mii's playable in Nintendo Switch Sports? You can play as Mii's in Nintendo Switch Sports. Nintendo revealed that Mii's are playable during the game's reveal trailer. Senior Executive Officer Yoshiaki Koizumi teamed up with GM, Shinya Takahashi for Game of Volleyball. Both played their Mii's, so you can play and customize your Mii's.
Well, that rant was invalid.
To a degree, but
I think it's a good rant because a lot of people don't know that. I don't know why it wasn't as transparent.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, okay, so even if that is a function, why did they not bring that up in a more like transparent way? I guess. Like, and you know what? I'm still angry even then because like the fact that they didn't bring it up means that they want you to be more cognizant of these ugly ass characters that they created rather than being able to use your Mii. Final thoughts on that. The selection of sports they have are cool. I like that they've got the great old stuff, but they're bringing new stuff. But the fact that they're not putting a lot more emphasis on the Miis makes me a little sad because that is half of what made Wii Sports great. And it could have been what made Nintendo's Switch Sports great. And I just feel like including Mii's was an afterthought. That is all I have to say.
So I think what they're trying to do, and I don't know why or if it's going to be implemented with the Mii's, because they, again, aren't being very transparent on that. You can play as your Mii, but like they're trying to do this shop thing so that like when you get on the leaderboard or when you play a game, you get a currency. And then you get like these cool like outfits that you can put on your character to kind of show that you've mastered the game or the sport or whatever. So that seems to be why they were so not transparent with that, I guess. I don't know. You would think they would want it to be on your Mii's because that would be pretty neat. But
I'm buying the game and the Mii's are going on the second I buy it. I don't ever want to see one of those ugly ass characters again.
I'm pretty hyped that it's not $60. I just think that's nice. I know that it was originally free with the Switch or with the Wii. It was the tie-in with the game, with this console. And then I don't know how much Nintendo Club Sports was. Was that $20? Was that $30?
I think 30.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think
Somewhere in that avenue.
So I think that's a pretty good-ish price for this. But that's opinionated. So yeah. Like you said, I plan to pick that up. I'm excited. Any further thoughts before we go on to the next big surprise? Honestly?
No, because the next thing is what I was the most excited for.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I have mixed feelings.
Okay, let's hear this. I'm ready, JP. I'm ready because I want to enjoy my Diablo sauce with my fam. All right, and you're gonna enjoy this Diablo sauce with me whether you like it or not. I'm gonna shove it down your fucking throat. I mean, we're gonna enjoy it together.
Yeah.
Zach, I alluded to it, but the next thing that you have on the list here is actually what I was the most excited about. So, what happened?
So let's set the scene. You are playing Nintendo Switch Online. You got laggy Zeldas. You got an Animal Crossing download with it. You're like, I really don't feel like I'm getting my $80 worth. Nintendo said, we're going to shoehorn something in that everybody wants. Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And why I'm saying that is because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting what's called the Booster Course Pass DLC. For $24.99, you can get up to 40. You will get up to 48 new tracks, which is pretty much.
Did you say 48?
Pretty much a brand new Mario Kart game when it's all said and done.
Wow.
Let's say you don't want to pay that $24.99. It comes included with your expansion pass, Nintendo expansion pass subscription.
Yay, Family Pass.
Okay, so if you already have the expansion pass, you get it for free. If you do not have the expansion pass, it costs $24.99.
It's included in your expansion pass. I want to be careful, make sure we don't say free, but yes.
Yes, because it's not free. It's included with the expansion pass. Okay, that makes sense.
Which, if you are strategic about it, is a $10 a year service if you get 80 of your buddies to all cuff up $10.
So let's talk about this. You get 8 courses per 6 waves. Now, how long out do they expect it to be before all 6 waves drop?
So the first one will roll out March 18th, 2022. And the final one they predict will release the end of 2023.
Wow, so they're giving support for this game up to the next 24 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty insane if you think about it. Because that means Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out in 2017. So this Mario Kart's going to last at least 7 more years. Which Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U came out in 2014. So you're almost going a full decade before we get another Mario Kart game. Unless Nintendo does something Nintendo-y and releases a Mario Kart during a Mario Kart release. Which, it's Nintendo, it could happen, but it'd be very not smart.
And that's where the mixed feelings really come in. Is because, like, a lot of people are like, well, why the fuck don't they just make a new Mario Kart? And I'm like, well, I'm a big fan of them just kind of like putting on content to a game I already own, especially since I get this content for no additional costs. Because it's like you said, Zach, I am a part of the expansion pass because we've got the family plan going on. And like, I just think it's cool to like add on to the content you already have. Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, dude.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Peaches and Czar, anything you guys want to add to that?
I think Mario Kart is a fine game. Go ahead, Czar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I really like how they're doing this. Are they all previous Mario Kart maps, or are there gonna be any new ones?
They're all previous Mario Kart ones. So they're remastered into the Mario Kart 8 engine. And what's cool is for, I don't know, Czar, like, I've never played Mario Kart Tour. Like, I started it, I downloaded it, and I was like, this ain't for me, Chief. But like, one of the maps that's coming in the first is Mario Kart. For Mario Kart Tour is called Ninja Hideaway.
Huh.
And it's like this beautiful Japanese setting. So like, for people like that haven't gotten really deep into that, you're kind of getting some, air quotes, new maps. But yeah.
And that's fair. Is Choco Mountain coming from the first pack?
Are you ready? Okay, so part of the first wave, and I want to hear like what are your favorites that you want to return. But the first that are going to be part of the first 8-pack is Paris Promenade from Mario Kart Tour, Toad Circuit from Mario Kart 7. Why are they bring back the circuits? I guess because they're easy, but whatever. Choco Mountain from Mario Kart 64.
Fuck that map.
Coconut Hall, Mario Kart. Coconut Hall from Mario Kart Wii. Tokyo Blur. Oh, not Ninja Hideaway. Ha. Tokyo Blur was the one I was talking about with it having like a beautiful Japanese architecture from Mario Kart Tour. Shroom Ridge for Mario Kart DS. Sky Garden for Mario Kart Super Circuit. Damn, we going way back. And Ninja Hideaway for Mario Kart Tour.
Oh, there it is.
Just for the first wave? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm freaking hyped. Just because like like you said, JP, don't want to buy a new $60 game just to get like, I just can't see any Mario Kart, just like with Smash now, I can't see any Mario Kart actually being worth $60 after this last one.
Right.
And just like with Smash, I don't know how they're going to make a new Smash that I'd want to buy and not feel like I should have just ported Ultimate.
Okay, I have one more question that I don't think we'll be able to answer, but with the new maps, do you think there's going to be more unlockable customization with the cars, wheels, and paragliders?
Sure would be cool, but props nah.
Darn. Because that was a lead into more characters, which, I mean, it already has a lot of characters, but I feel like that'd be cool too.
Okay, but I can't play as Silver Gold Peach, and that makes me sad. Just Pink Gold Peach.
I mean, I would have liked to see new characters too, Czar. Like, Petey Piranha was one of my favorites. Or
Dry Bones. Is Dry Bones in it? Fuck. Who's in Mario Kart 8?
Yeah, Dry Bones. Dry Bones is there.
I know Dry Bowser is.
Yeah, because you got Dry Bones and Dry Bowser. I played this game like 3 nights ago.
Good.
Well, there you go, yeah. Okay, so if I had to pick a couple of different courses, I was a huge fan of Double Dash. That's my favorite Mario Kart of all time. So, probably DK Mountain.
DK Mountain's already in it.
Well, look at that. No, not DK Mountain, sorry. I was thinking of Peach's Cruise Ship. I think I might be an outlier there, but that was one of my favorites.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't have a cruise ship.
Well, then whose
classic
fucking
comedy.
ship? Whose fucking boat am I on? Whose boat is this? Let's see, what else? If Baby Park weren't already there, I would have definitely said Baby Park. Oh, Wario's like weird cage level. I liked that one a lot. I want that one to make a comeback.
Waluigi Pinball.
Ooh, good pick.
Okay, I lied. Apparently DK Mountain isn't in. It's called the DK Jungle. So you were right, JP.
Okay, then DK Mountain, I want to make a comeback.
I was wrong, is really what I should have said. Samesies.
And that Dino course is always a lot of fun from Double Dash.
Oh my god. Yes. Isn't that DK Mountain?
No, the Dino course is a completely different course. But it needs to make a comeback because it was unbelievably fun. I like the Dino map. I like trying to my best to go on that, like that bridge, you know, where you're weaving through the Dino legs and you try and take that shortcut and it hardly ever works out. But I try it every time. I want it. I want it back. I'm really happy about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the Booster Course DLC. I think it's going to be fun. It's true that we could have probably seen a new Mario Kart with the amount of content that they plan on just putting it straight into this, but the way I see it, it's double the content where you either spend $24.99 or if you already have the deluxe like pass whatever, you don't have to spend any new money whatsoever. And I like not having to spend money for more content. So I'm happy.
I was going to say 48 tracks is more than you would get in literally any other Mario Kart game besides Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes, so my response to those wanting a new Mario Kart is why?
I mean, now to be fair, probably for a competent battle mode, which is where Mario Kart 8 Deluxe really fucking falls short.
They added the competent battle mode. Have you played it?
I'll have to go back because I'm not 100% sure. But if Balloon Battle's back on like the cool courses, like that's all I want.
We should hang out on March 18th and play on these new maps.
Oh, I'm so down. Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart party at my house. My parents' house.
Yeah.
All right. And so this leads into, and I love how JP sent me an email email. Yeah, we're pretty classy here in the game too. We send emails.
I had a candle and a glass of wine. You know, like I'm a Yelp reviewer. Like, I was very disappointed in the... No, you know what? I'm not going to be that guy. Because I have to acknowledge that there are so many people that were screaming at the end of this Nintendo Direct, and I don't want to take away from those people because I'm genuinely excited for them. So Zach, the floor is yours. What is the very last thing that we have to talk about? You literally wrote, how much time do I get?
Yes.
As much as you want. Because I know you're excited.
Okay, so as we alluded to earlier in the episode, I'm a big old weeb. I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played it December when it came out when the Switch had like no games, and I was like, okay, I beat Breath of the Wild. I beat Mario Kart 8, air quotes, I beat Mario Kart 8. I beat Odyssey. I beat, was it ARMS and Splatoon 2? And so I was like, what's my next new thing? And so Xenoblade came out, and I just, like, not a lot of games were coming out then. So like, I'm just sitting there playing Xenoblade for like the month of December. And I take a trip down to Florida and like I'm just getting hooked into this game. I just have my headphones on, the world's like clocked out to me, and I am just there in the world and I'm living it and I'm loving it. So I'm telling you that because like this game is just like, it stinks because like I really do honestly believe that Peaches tried really hard to get into Xenoblade 2. It wasn't his cup of tea. So I guess I realize for me, it was perfect. For others, it might not be, but if you like JRPGs, you like anime, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is like, I think they're better than like, I just played the Final Fantasy 7 remake. I think it's better than the Final Fantasy 7 story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so outlandish and fun and like, but like how they tie everything back together is so cool. And that's not to like, I guess I shouldn't say that because Final Fantasy is its own thing. But anyway, Xenoblade is just an amazing RPG series that I hope continues to build.
Well, you got your wish.
Just like Final Fantasy has. Like it kind of goes into its own like giant series and it's always selling like millions of copies. So I'm saying all this because Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is like, you get Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on one side, you get Xenoblade Chronicle 2 and the other, and you get your action figures and you just start going pew pew, like fighting them together, you know, like in Toy Story, like and so yeah, it's like combining both of the games, and it probably like, just like Final Fantasy, you'll probably get more of it if you played both games, but it's one of those games where you could probably just come in and have a full JRPG story without feeling like you're missing anything too.
So when you saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3, first of all, did you see this coming?
Yeah. I think I said there's going to be a new Monolith Soft game soon a few times. And so, yeah, September 2022. Kind of sad there's not an exact date, which tells me maybe they're pushing it. but maybe not. And we'll get into this. The final point of this conversation is they are saving a lot of stuff, I think, for the summer Nintendo Direct. So I did not expect it this soon. I did not expect it to be September. I expected maybe like October or November, kind of there with Breath of the Wild spoilers. But yeah.
Right on. Xenoblade just doesn't do it for me. Like, I put in a solid 30 hours into Xenoblade 1, and I had a good time, but I did get bored. For the same reasons that I got bored of other RPGs like Xenoblade. It's not supposed to be a dig at Xenoblade, right? Because I think it was a really good game. From what I saw out of it, I just got bored. And like I said, that's not like a dig at Xenoblade. I got bored of that game style. And so therefore, when I saw the end of this Direct, when I saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I didn't even know exactly what it was at first, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. I was a little disappointed with the way that the Direct ended, but I have to acknowledge that there's so many Xenoblade fans that loved seeing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that
There's dozens of us.
Dozens! So, and I don't even know if I can really say that the majority of people were super excited about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I know that those who were excited were genuinely very excited, and I'm very happy for you all.
And so really quick, things I noticed is, like I said, it's a mix of Xenoblade 1 and 2, so there is like a giant Titan sword and the leftovers of Uriah, which basically literally means the two universes got merged. And so it'll be cool to see how it all plays out and if it connects to anything else. There's vehicles, like there's people riding on in boats, which is new. There's underwater. They didn't show any underwater like things, but they hinted at someone diving underneath. So I'd imagine there's underwater things to it. And they didn't show any combat, but they hinted at new combat styles. The healer has like a staff, but then also underneath the staff is a gun, because that's just how outlandish and crazy these characters get.
Gun!
Gun.
Will Ryan be there to be like, what a couple of jokers?
I fucking hope so.
He better be. If he's there, I'm there.
They showed Melia and Nia in like masks, like trying to pretend that you can't tell that's who they are, but you know, that's who it is.
So when you were watching the trailer, besides the things that you've already spoke about, Zach, was there anything else that caught your eye as a Xenoblade fan? Anything new, or was it mostly just vague, like kind of one of those abstract, vague announcements just to kind of generate hype?
It just looks really, really pretty.
I'm very happy for you.
And the flutes and the music is so good. And it just sounds so good, and I'm just excited.
I do have to hand it to Xenoblade. The music was good. They did kill it on the soundtrack. Okay, so Zach, what kind of grade would you give the entirety of this Direct? In fact, I'm going to get to Czar and Peaches and myself as well, but you're Nintendo man. If you had to give this fucking Direct a grade, this whole event, what would you give it? And if it wasn't perfect, what do you think they could have added?
I'd give it an A.
Okay.
I think they could have... yeah, I would just give it an A. I just think it's exactly what we wanted. Like, I mean, like, there's tons of games coming to the Nintendo Switch. Like, there's just no getting around that. We just got Pokemon Arceus, not even like a week and a half ago. And so there'll be a Pokemon Direct before Pokemon Day, which again, if you're not a noob like myself, is on the 25th. It's just gonna be a good time, guys. It's just, I think they did everything they want, because like they said, and I kind of joked around saying to JP, they said it was just gonna be games released in the first half of 2022.
Which I understand, right? Because that's the whole reason that, one, Nintendo shows up to E3, if they do show up, and two, that we still have like 2 more full Directs this year on top of like whatever they decide to do for mini Directs and partner showcases.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I would give it an A. Could it have been better? Sure. I mean, they could have threw in Breath of the Wild, Metroid Prime update, Bayonetta 3, and then I'm sure they got more stuff in the works. Like, but yeah. So that's why I give it what I give it. What would you guys give it?
Czar, let's start with you.
I'd give it an A.
Really?
Definitely an A for Earthbound, Portal, and Super Mario Strikers. Those 3 titles were hype enough for me, and I could totally see the hype for Xenoblade. Like, I could just imagine how Zach, like, shit his pants when Xenoblade came across. Maybe not. I think he was expecting it. But
In Mario Kart,
I'd give it an A.
Did you say it? You might have said
Oh
it.
yeah, and Mario Kart. Definitely the Mario Kart was very hype for me too.
And everything you just said has either already been released or will release the next 4 months.
Yeah, I'm currently having fun with Earthbound.
Okay. Peaches, what about you?
I give it an A+ based on nothing other than Super Mario Strikers.
God,
I fucking love this guy. He gets it.
you're gonna make me be that guy, huh?
Yeah.
It's just me on this fence?
Tell us, JP, what awful, disgusting grade that you definitely didn't say earlier in the episode are you going to give this?
Yeah, you piece of shit. What did you say?
Come on, JP.
I gave this direct the worst grade. Speaking of Futurama, do you remember when that guy was like, I'm gonna give you the worst grade that you could be given? An A-. And everyone was like, all the scholars like, I gave this direct a B+.
Boo! Boo!
Boo.
B+ means that, in my opinion, this was a great showcase.
Boo!
And not even middle of the road, it was good. Because I've seen some really crappy directs before, and this was not it, Chief. B+ means that I thought this was a good showcase, but it could have been better.
And how could it have been better, JP?
First of all, too many ports. This direct was mostly about getting content that is just ports. And ports are fine to build up the Nintendo Switch library, but you have to take them for what they are. They're ports, right? I didn't care about Star Wars Force Unleashed. I did not care about Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection. You know, No Man's Sky, like, that's great, but I'm not, again, don't care. Middle of the road games, yeah, there were some really cool inclusions, but again, you have to ask, like, what were the real surprises here? And in my opinion, the only two, like, Klonoa was cool, you know, but I think I'm a minority of people who's like, oh, wow, that's awesome. I don't think a lot of people are going to pick that up. Triangle Strategy, the demo, we knew that was coming. Fire Emblem Warriors, 3 Hopes. Now, that was something unexpected and cool. But I think the fact that it is a Dynasty Warrior style game means that anyone who loves Fire Emblem is going to be slightly disappointed with the gameplay. And finally, let's get into the Diablo sauce, right? Mario Strikers, I admit it, that's very, very cool. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, what we learned was cool, but not necessarily groundbreaking or super new. Earthbound, I'm not, okay, fine, I'll admit it, that's amazing. I'm extremely happy about Earthbound.
Yeah.
So right now I've got 2 games that I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Mario Strikers and Earthbound. Nintendo Switch Sports, I've got my rant. I hope they really surprise me here. I hope it's really, really great. Mario Kart, amazing. I think what they're doing is really, really cool. But I think there's a few places that could have been better. But it's hard to complain knowing that I'm going to be getting that content with my subscription. And ending with Xenoblades. Again, I know that I'm in the minority, right? Of people who aren't necessarily super excited, and I have to take that into account. So I think that's a hell of a way to end the direct. Overall, I think that most of the content was just ports, and then maybe 3 things that people really have to be super excited about, in my opinion.
You didn't mention Splatoon 3, but I imagine that's something you're not excited about.
Splatoon 3 is in the same boat as Xenoblade. Like, I just have to know when I'm in the minority.
My thing is perspective.
Right.
And so, like, and again, you gave it a B+, which is totally fine. Like,
It was a
don't
very
grade.
good event.
I'm knocking your reasoning, I guess, maybe?
Which is fine. You can do that. You know, you can absolutely question me.
All the games are coming out in 4 months, and like you're gonna get, and I think the thing that kind of is kind of the Breath of the Wild. Like, you really wanted Breath of the Wild to be in here, and I won't say I didn't, but
which is funny because you even texted that, right? You were like, "Let's say Breath of the Wild was there. What would your grade have been?" And I even admitted it might have been an A. If it was new information for Breath of the Wild 2 and not just another teaser trailer introducing no new information, it would have been an A. But, like, that would have been like if Breath of the Wild 2 was on top of everything else, not in lieu. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what if Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was not there? and instead it was more information about Breath of the Wild 2, right? Even then, it would have had to be a lot of crazy Zelda info in order for me to bring this to an A. If there was no new information, I still would have, in good faith, given this a B+. Or maybe an A-, right?
And I think my reasoning here is, I think it's just kind of two different things. Like, I know those Sony state of plays have been like super hype, but like Sony's telling us about Wolverine and like, I think God of War and Horizon were in there. That's 2 games that are coming out this year. But then Wolverines and the new Spider-Man, those are definitely not very, very unlikely 2022 releases.
Right. But I'm good about
that's the difference between like Nintendo and like Sony and even Xbox is like, Nintendo likes to tell you stuff that's coming out in 5 months. Like, there's very rare circumstances, Zelda is one of them, where they tell you about a game that's in progress for a long time. Whereas Sony and like Xbox are like, look at all the shit we're working on. Like, they might not come out for a few years, Final Fantasy 16 especially, but they're gonna come out and they're cool. Nintendo kind of keeps it all close to their vest. Like, I don't think anyone knew about Super Mario Strikers. People wanted it, people been asking for it, but that game just came out of nowhere and it's coming in like 3-4 months.
I know some people who knew about it. It was probably the guys working on it. I think they probably knew.
All right.
That's fair.
So JP, I think you totally have every right to say like B+. I just wanted to tell, like, perspective is huge in these, and you're not wrong. It's your opinion. You're absolutely entitled to that.
You're totally right.
Someone throw a tomato at this man.
Whoa! I hate tomatoes.
I love tomatoes. They make ketchup.
Ketchup's more sugar than it is tomatoes.
Exactly.
All right, that was a lot. I'm glad you guys were so stoked about the event, and that's not even to say that I wasn't. That's just to say that I thought it could have included like a little bit more. But Zach made a lot of great points as to why maybe my expectations were just set too high, and why I'm wrong and stupid and everyone hates me.
Those last 2 things weren't what I said. You're cute and I love you, and you're pretty damn smart. Mwah.
Well, that must have been what Peaches said then.
Not only did I say it, I'm still thinking it.
You're a monster.
Thinking it! All right, boys, we need to get the fuck out of here because today is Super Bowl Sunday. I've got snacks waiting for me downstairs, and also it is hot as hell in my room. So I think that's it. I think we covered everything. Does anybody have any last minute thoughts before we get out of here?
So I got this new deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that I've been working on. It's not done yet.
Chez, I promise we'll give you some time to talk about Master Duel in the next episode. I promise.
Bye. Later. Mwah.
You just got your game tea.
Mwah.
If you like what you heard today and you're looking for more ways to get your game tea fix, check us out on Patreon. With bronze, silver, and gold tiers starting at $2 a month, there are several incredible rewards you can receive for supporting the show, such as a follow from us on Twitter, access to a monthly Q&A session, an invitation to our private Discord server, and even bonus episodes of the podcast only accessible to patrons. Your donations will be used to make the show even better. The link to Patreon is in the description with our social media, so go check it out. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the Game Tea Podcast.